Hi, man with etrailer. If you have a 2023 BMW X5 and you're looking for a set of chains that are going to be pretty heavy duty to get you through those moderate snow and ice conditions, and yet really easy to install on your vehicle where you don't have to get underneath it, then the Konig Tire Chains with the assisted tensioner are going to be a great option for you. And we're also going to have this on our tire size 275/45 R20. Now that's just the size we have today. It will fit a variety of sizes. And we're going to have this on the rear axle is what the manual recommends. The manual also recommends to turn off your rear axle steering. That's just to ensure you don't damage anything in your wheel well. And then finally, if you're not sure if this is going to fit your vehicle, you can actually plug in your vehicle's information into our fit guide to find the right one for you. And we can take a closer look at our chains. So these are going to be constructed from a nickel manganese alloy steel. So what that means is these are going to be very robust and they're going to last you a long time because they're going to be rust resistant. And we're going to have this square link design. That square link design is going to help assist to get you through that moderate snow and ice conditions because we have that hard edge to it. And on top of that, we're going to have this diamond pattern design. And with the diamond pattern design, this is going to give you more traction overall, and it's going to help you make those turns while you're driving. And if you look in the center, you can see our self-tensioning system or assisted tensioning system. And what makes that different from a self-tensioning system, which you can get with Konig, that's just a different chain. What the difference is, we're going to have this rubber tensioner instead. And I think this is great because it's still giving us more tension. So if you're driving down the road and you chain shift, which they typically do, they're going to loosen up. This is just going to ensure you have more room for that slack to take up, and this is going to help take out any of that slack that does occur. And what's going to come with your kit is going to be 2 sets of chains in this pretty sturdy box or container. I like it because it is relatively pretty flat, so it's not going to take up much room in your BMW. And if I open it up, you can kind of see what we're dealing with. The only thing I wish about this case is we had some sort of divider so our chains didn't get tangled up. But that's really more of a minor critique. To begin the installation, I recommend grabbing some gloves, just make this a little bit easier, then laying out your chains, just so you can check a few things. So the first thing we want to check is make sure there's no damages to our links, checking all those welds, nothing's tangled up, and then we also want to make sure it's in the right orientation. So we want to make sure the flat side of these chains or these hooks are facing up, because that's going to be the side that's making contact with your tire. We also want to make sure this blue cable is closest to the tire, furthest away from us, and that we don't have any connections made in the center. Once we've established that, I'm going to push everything to the relative sides and then slide it behind our tire. Now this might be kind of difficult if it's really snowy outside. If it's really icy outside, it shouldn't be too bad. If it is snowy though, you might have to just chuck it behind there. And then once it is at this point, I'm just going to lay everything out so it's a little bit easier. And I know that we don't have any tangles. Then I'm going to just reach behind here, make that connection with the blue cable. That's just going to consist of that middle block going into this channel here, just like that. We're going to maintain control of our chains and then drop that blue cable behind there and make our connection on the front side. That's going to consist of this red hook and this red link going together. And now we can make sure everything sits on here even, so we're not hanging too low, making too much contact with our rim. And then I'm going to come to the bottom and I'm going to slide this gray chain through this red channel. Now to do that properly, I'm going to lift up on this silver lid or lip. Once it's in there, I'm going to apply tension, making sure it feels pretty tight. And I'm just going to push this gray chain through each one of these red hooks. Once it's through each one, I'm going to apply tension and then reach up as far as I can and connect it to some of these gray links, making sure that hook is facing away from your vehicle or your tire. And then we're going to come back through, just kind of pull on it, make sure we have a good fit. And I'm liking the way this feels. Once you're done with that, you're going to repeat that process on the other side, after which I just recommend pulling forward or backing up some, just to make sure nothing's shifted too much. And if it looks good, you can take it out for a ride. Well, that was just complete our look at the installation and some of the features of the Konig assisted tensioning tire chains on our 2023 BMW X5. I'm Matt, thanks for watching.